Welcome to Hidden Heroes of the Bible, a series dedicated to uncovering the lesser-known stories of courage, faith, and wisdom within the Scriptures. Today, we journey to the land of Carmel to explore the story of Abigail, a woman of remarkable intelligence and grace, whose quick thinking and faith in God turned a potential disaster into a moment of divine intervention. Once upon a time, in the land of Carmel, there lived a beautiful and intelligent woman named Abigail. She was married to a wealthy but harsh and foolish man named Nabal. Nabal was known for his rude and selfish ways, and his behavior often brought trouble to his household. One day, David, who would later become the king of Israel, was hiding in the wilderness with his men, fleeing from King Saul, who sought to kill him. David and his men had protected Nabal's shepherds and flocks while they were in the fields, ensuring no harm came to them. Now in need of supplies, David sent 10 young men to Nabal, asking for some provisions. Approaching Nabal respectfully are David's servants, a group of young black men with lean builds, dressed in simple, practical clothing suitable for traveling. Their faces are earnest and attentive, reflecting their loyalty and respect for their mission. One servant steps forward, slightly ahead of the others, to deliver David's message and convey a sense of respect mixed with the urgency of their request. The servant said,
"Peace and prosperity to you, your family, and everything you own. We are your servants, and David has sent us to you with greetings. We have protected your shepherds in the wilderness, and none of your sheep were harmed. Please, give us any provisions you can spare."
Who is this David? Who is this son of Jesse? Why should I give my bread and water and the meat I have slaughtered for my shearers to men coming from who knows where?
David's men returned and told him everything Nabal had said. David was furious and immediately ordered his men to strap on their swords. He planned to attack Nabal and his household for this great insult. But one of Nabal's servants, who had heard everything, went to Abigail and told her what had happened.
David sent messengers from the wilderness to give our master his greetings, but he hurled insults at them. Yet these men were very good to us. They did not mistreat us, and the whole time we were out in the fields near them, nothing was missing.
Abigail knew she had to act quickly to prevent disaster. She gathered 200 loaves of bread, 2 skins of wine, 5 dressed sheep, 5 seahs of roasted grain, 100 cakes of raisins, and 200 cakes of pressed figs. She loaded all these provisions onto donkeys and set out to meet David without telling her husband, Nabal. Chapter 2. Abigail rode her donkey to the ravine where she knew David and his men were approaching. As she saw them coming, she quickly got off her donkey and bowed down before David, her face to the ground.
"My lord, let the blame be on me alone. Please let me, your servant, speak to you. Hear what your servant has to say. Pay no attention to that wicked man Nabal. He is just like his name. He is a fool, and folly goes with him. But as for me, your servant, I did not see the men you sent, master. Please forgive your servant's offense. For the Lord will certainly make a lasting dynasty. For my master, because you fight the Lord's battles. Let no wrongdoing be found in you as long as you live. Even though someone is pursuing you to take your life, the life of my master will be bound securely in the bundle of the living by the Lord your God."
David listened intently to Abigail's wise and humble words. She spoke with such wisdom and grace that his anger began to subside.
Praise be to the Lord, the God of Israel, who has sent you today to meet me. May you be blessed for your good judgment and for keeping me from bloodshed this day and from avenging myself with my own hands. Otherwise, as surely as the Lord, the God of Israel, lives, who has kept me from harming you, if you had not come quickly to meet me, not one male belonging to Nabal would have been left alive by daybreak.
David accepted the gifts Abigail had brought and said,
Go home in peace. I have heard your words and granted your request.
Abigail returned home to find Nabal holding a feast like that of a king. He was in high spirits and very drunk, so she told him nothing at all until daybreak. Then in the morning, when Nabal was sober, Abigail told him everything that had happened. Nabal's heart failed him, and he became like a stone. About 10 days later, the Lord struck Nabal, and he died. David heard that Nabal was dead, he said,
Praise be to the Lord, who has upheld my cause against Nabal for treating me with contempt. He has kept his servant from doing wrong and has brought Nabal's wrongdoing down on his own head.
David then sent word to Abigail, asking her to become his wife. His servants went to Carmel and said to Abigail,
David has sent us to you to take you to become his wife.
Abigail bowed down with her face to the ground and said,
Here is your maidservant, ready to serve you and wash the feet of my master's servants.
Abigail quickly got on a donkey and, attended by her 5 maids, went with David's messengers and became his wife. Abigail's life changed dramatically from being married to a foolish man to becoming the wife of David, a man after God's own heart and future king of Israel. Her wisdom and quick action had not only saved her household, but also earned her a place of honor in David's family. As she transitioned into this new chapter, Abigail continued to embody the virtues of wisdom and grace that had distinguished her in her previous trials. She became a valued and respected member of David's household, known for her intelligence and discernment. Her influence extended beyond her immediate family, as she often provided counsel to David and his men, drawing from her deep faith and understanding of God's ways. Abigail's story is a powerful reminder of the impact one person can have through faith, courage, and wisdom. It teaches us that God sees and honors the peacemakers and those who act justly, even in the most challenging circumstances. In the words of Proverbs 3:13-18, KJV, Happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things thou canst desire are not to be compared unto her. Length of days is in her right hand, and in her left hand riches and honor. Her ways are ways of pleasantness, and all her paths are peace. She is a tree of life to them that lay hold upon her, and happy is every one that retaineth her. This story teaches us the importance of wisdom, humility, and courage. Abigail's example shows that even in difficult and dangerous situations, trusting in God and acting with wisdom can lead to peace and blessings. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God. Matthew 5:9. This is a Nicole Archer production. All rights reserved. NicoleArcher.com.